This story started with Gi-hun, a loser who had no money. His family left him. Gi-hun now had no money to get his sick mom treated. He was in debt from head to toe. In such a situation, when he had no way, someone advised him to play the death game. About 500 people had come to play the death game. There was a robot in this game. Whoever made the slightest mistake, the robot would choose and kill him. To save his life, Gi-hun betrayed an old cancer patient and saved his life. And finally, he won the game and left. But the pain in his heart was that he was only one out of 500 who had won the game and left. The rest were killed during the game. After winning the game, he had a lot of money. But he did not touch the money because he regretted that everyone died because of him, although he had not planned this game. Then one day a strange man calls him to the hospital. Gi-hun was surprised to see that he was the same old cancer patient who had lost the game. He would have been killed, but now he was alive in front of him. And through him, he came to know the dark truth, that people just killed people here for their entertainment in this death game. This person who was a cancer patient was very bored in his life, and to have some fun in his life, he made this death game. Gi-hun was very angry at the mercilessness of that old man, and he decided that he would stop this game. After this, we met Jun-ho, a police officer, whose brother had run away after doing some fraud with the police. While looking for his brother, Jun-ho got a game card from his room. While investigating, Jun-ho reached Gi-hun, and he found out that he was going to the game. And while following him, he somehow got into the game. He had not come to participate in the game. That's why he killed one of the guards of the game and took his disguise. Going to the game, he found out about the atrocity in this game, and he collected a lot of evidence against this game. And he also succeeded in running away from this island. He had also sent all the evidence to the police. But because there was no signal on the island, anything from Jun-ho was not received by the police. The atrocity on him is that Jun-ho was caught by the front man. The front man is the person who makes this game play. And here we were surprised to see that Jun-ho's brother was actually the front man. He showed his face before shooting Jun-ho and shot Jun-ho. After that, he thought that Jun-ho is dead, and he picked up and threw Jun-ho in the water. And here the recap of the first season ends. The story of the next season continues from here. At the subway station, we are now seeing Gi-hun, who is going to meet his daughter. As soon as he got off at the subway station, his eyes stopped at two men. One of the two men was the same man who gave Gi-hun a Squid Game card. He understood that now these people are gathering people for a new game, but now he will not let them succeed in their bad intentions. While running, he tries to reach that man, but he still took a little time. That man had gone from there. Jun-ho took the card from that man to whom the game man had given the card, and immediately called that number. As soon as he called, he threatened the front man, that I will not let you succeed in your intentions. I will not let this game run this time. Hearing his threats, the front man himself started threatening him. He tells him to go and meet his daughter. It is good if you do not get into trouble. Hearing this, he understood that the front man and his people were somehow keeping an eye on him. But how was this possible until now? He understood that there is definitely a tracker in his body. He immediately went to the washroom and started looking for the tracker in his body. And he also found the tracker in his body under his ear, which he cut from a cutter and removed. The scene was cut. Here we saw Jun-ho, whom the front man had dropped into the water last season. It was found that a fisherman had rescued him from the water, and now he was admitted in the hospital. After a lot of days, Jun-ho has regained consciousness. On the other hand, Gi-hun, who has removed the tracker from his body. After removing the tracker, he went underground, so that the Squid Game people could not track him. After that, he spent about 2 months in the season, and we were shown Jun-ho, who is still looking for his brother, and he is in the traffic police. Along with finding his brother, his second mission was to stop the Squid Game, because he also saw how people were brutally killed in the Squid Game. When he started discussing this case with his senior, no one listened to him, because when Jun-ho sent all the evidence about the game to these people from that island, so they could not reach these people, and everyone believed that Jun-ho was lying. After the scene was cut, we were shown Gi-hun, whom the front man had tracked. The front man knocks on his door. When Gi-hun opened the door in fear, the front man brought 2 severed heads in front of him, whose eyes suddenly opened. And here Gi-hun's eyes also opened, and we found out that this was just a dream of him. As soon as he got up, someone knocked on his door. He was a gangster whom Gi-hun had given a lot of debt in last season. But now the gangster used to work for Gi-hun. Along with his friends, he used to find those people at the subway station who manipulate people for the Squid Game. Now the time had come when 2 years ago, Jun-ho was engaged in the Squid Game. That's why now he gives the gangster the duty to locate the boys at every subway station, for which he had also given 1 million yen to the gangster. And he had also promised that if he could somehow find the man who has been fooling people in the Squid Game and is still fooling people, then Jun-ho will give him 1 billion yen as a reward. As soon as he heard the reward money, the gangster's mouth was open. He was also greedy for his boys that whoever finds that man will get half the reward. Jun-ho gave this greed so that everyone works hard. If this time he does not find that man, then he will have to wait for a whole year. And in this 1 year, many people will die through that game. On the other hand, Jun-ho is also trying to find the island of the Squid Game. He is doing this work with the same fisherman who saved his life. From where Jun-ho met that fisherman, these people had seen all the islands around him, but still could not reach the island of the Squid Game. The scene cuts and we are shown to the gangster who is training his new team. He told everyone that they have to find a man at the subway station who will be wearing a suit. He will have a briefcase full of money in his hand, and he will play the Squid Game with everyone. And after that, he will give them a card. Everyone starts their work, and after a lot of patience, the two men finally find that man. Playing the Squid Game with two people at the subway station, they send his location to their boss, the gangster, and Jun-ho, and they start following him. One day he went to the convenience store and bought a lot of breads and lucky draw cards and went to the beggars. In front of these beggars, he made two choices, one bread and one lucky draw. Almost everyone chose the lucky draw, but no one won. After that, this man put all the breads on the ground and started walking on it, and told people that I have not wasted this food, but you have wasted it. You all were greedy to win money. This man was preparing everyone's mind like this, and was judging how many people are greedy so that he can trap them in the game next time. Anyway, it is shown that Gi-hun's people are behind him here too, and they send this new location to Gi-hun. Gi-hun is driving fast to come here, so he doesn't know. He breaks a signal, and in this way, the traffic police stops him. At this time, Jun-ho was in the traffic police, and he noticed that Gi-hun's behavior is a bit strange. He didn't apologize and shout for the chalan, but tried to move forward after the chalan, as if he is in a hurry or running after committing a crime. That's why he took out his information from Gi-hun's car number. Then he recognized Gi-hun's name, and he remembered that he had reached Squid Game last time while following Gi-hun. From here, Jun-ho took Gi-hun's address. The scene shows that the two men who found the Squid Game guy, they decide to catch him before Gi-hun comes, and decide that they will divide the reward money when they went near him to kill that man. Then he became the victim of the man. When Gi-hun reached here, he saw blood on the road, and he understood that his people were killed by that cruel man. On top of that, he saw that the man was keeping an eye on Gi-hun. After Gi-hun left, when he came to the room, he found out that he has imprisoned Gi-hun's men. He also plays death game with them, because he also enjoyed playing death game. The game was for children, stone, paper, scissors, but he had a bet whoever loses will be killed. Similarly, when one of his men loses, this man shoots him and kills him, and then asks the other man for Jun-ho's address. As soon as he found out Jun-ho's address, he left that man and went from there. In the evening, when Jun-ho reached his house, that man was hiding in his house before him. He could have killed Gi-hun here, but as we saw earlier that he likes death game, now he decides to play death game with Gi-hun. Before playing the game, he told Gi-hun that he used to do the job of picking up dead bodies in Squid Game, but it was very boring. I like to kill people myself. That's why I requested the front man to change my job. Instead, do you know what task the front man gave me? He asked me to kill my own dad, and I picked up the gun and killed him. After that, the front man gave me this gun, and now I can kill anyone. Gi-hun didn't pay much attention to what he was saying, and told him to give me the address of the front man, with which he plans to end this game. But after hearing this, that man started laughing and said, "Okay, let's play a game. This is a gun in front of you, and there is only one bullet in it. It has 5 empty nodes. Let's shoot each other repeatedly. Whoever loses will be killed. And if I lose, then you will get the address of the front man from my pocket. Gi-hun started the game without fear and picked up the gun. Because the Squid Game had ended his fear of death, he shot himself repeatedly, and on the fourth time. When that man points a gun at himself, this time he has shot himself. He himself was trapped in his own trap. Gi-hun won, and now Gi-hun got the address of the front man from his pocket, before he could do anything about the address. His bad luck. Jun-ho, who is a policeman, who was suspicious of him while driving in the afternoon. He reached his house, and as soon as he reached home, he heard the sound of a gun being shot, with which his suspicion really changed, that Gi-hun is a criminal. Immediately, he broke the door and came inside, considering Gi-hun to be a killer. He was about to encounter him at this time. At the right time, a man stopped him. This was the same guy with whom, after playing the game, this Squid Game dead man tied him to his den. He was lucky. He escaped from there, to tell the whole truth to Gi-hun. But by the time he reached here, the whole atmosphere here had changed. He saved Gi-hun's life from Jun-woo, and then told the whole truth to Jun-ho about the death game, how this dead man played a death game with him and killed one of his colleagues, his boss. Moving forward, Gi-hun now tells Jun-ho the whole story of the Squid Game, how everyone is killed in this game. He told Jun-ho, "I am not bad. I just want to stop that game, so that more innocent people can be saved." Jun-ho also knew about the Squid Game. Jun-ho told Gi-hun, "I followed you and reached that game. I went there and wore a guard's suit and tried to talk to you many times, but you couldn't talk to me. I know that in that game they kill everyone, and after killing, what is done with those dead bodies? Their organs are taken out and sold. I know all this." Even Gi-hun didn't know all these details. After hearing all this from Jun-ho, he also decided to bring Jun-ho with him and told Jun-ho his plan, that he will kill all the creators of the Squid Game. There is a front man whom he has never seen before. He comes wearing a black mask. He has made this game with an old cancer patient named Il. He wants to kill those people and end this game. The gangster had also heard all these talks. He tells them, "I also want to support you. I want to take revenge from them, for that innocent friend of mine, who was my right hand. And now I will not support you for money, but for your rights." After hearing this, Gi-hun also liked it, and he took them to his room, where there was a lot of money. He had won this money from the Squid Game, and now he will use this money to end the Squid Game. Gi-hun shows them that he had also purchased a lot of guns from the black market, and he had also made a secret place where he used to do his training. But all this was not enough. He needed a lot of people for the fight. Gi-hun now tells Jun-ho to leave his police job so that these people can complete their mission well. The scene cuts. Now we are shown a new character, No-yeol. She is a poor girl, and her job is to make the children happy by wearing a bunny costume in the hotel. She doesn't even have a house to live. She lives in the basement of this hotel. In this job, a small girl has become very attached to No-yeol, who used to visit here every day. But the sad thing is that girl has bone marrow cancer, and to get the bone marrow transplant, her dad doesn't have much money. And now that girl is about to die. One day that girl is admitted to the hospital in an emergency. After hearing this, No-yeol also goes to see her in the hospital. She wants to help this girl, but she doesn't even have money for herself. What will she save this girl? At night, we see No-yeol again in the parking lot, where two people came and gave him a Squid Game card. The scene gets cut, and we are shown Jun-ho, who was sitting with his mom. And his mom was very sad, because she is waiting for Jun-ho's brother to come. Jun-ho knows that he will never come. The job he is in, he will not come home. But even after hearing all this, when his mom is not satisfied, then once again he decides to look for his brother. The scene gets cut, and now finally we see Gi-hun again, who is getting his teeth operated at this time. After getting one of his teeth removed, he has got a fake tooth fixed in his mouth, which has a tracker in it. Actually, tomorrow he is going to meet the front man. That's why he has to do everything very carefully. They also want to catch the front man, and after the front man, they also want to catch all the shareholders of this Squid Game. It is known that that gangster who is in their group, he has included big commandos in his group through his links. Nothing is right or wrong for these commandos. These people work for money. Here we found out. that they were also taking No Yule to the Squid Game. No Yule goes with them, but we found out that he was not hired as a gamer but was hired as a security guard. Now Junho has finally come to that address with Gi-hun, which he got from that man's pocket. That was of the front man. This was the address of a club. Junho forbids going inside, because on that island, the front man had seen Junho. And when he goes inside, he can be recognized. And his mission can also fail. Both of them left Junho and decided to go inside, as soon as people went inside. Then outside, Junho noticed that two guards, who are wearing Squid Game uniforms, they have gone inside this party. And with this, he understood that the front man has not come inside yet. Maybe these two have come to check the security inside. Now the same thing that the front man is not inside. Junho wanted to tell his people, but when he went inside, he saw that the people of the front man have taken Gi-hun from the other door, with the help of the tracker in Gi-hun's mouth. These people tracked that car, in which those people had taken Gi-hun. Junho and his other companions started following that car, and at the right time, they attacked that car, and from there, they wanted to kidnap the front man. But the front man was not in that car. With the help of a device in that car, the front man was talking to Gi-hun, and with the sound coming from the tracker, Junho and his people thought that the front man is in that car. He was not able to tell his companions that the front man is not inside the car through that call. While talking to the front man, he tried to convince him that you stop this game, stop killing innocent people. On which the front man told him, I don't force anyone to get involved in this game. Everyone comes in the greed of money. The front man said, I am doing a social work. After hearing this, Gi-hun got angry and said, how can your work be called social work? You take advantage of people's helplessness and kill them. After hearing this, the front man started laughing and said, listen to me. Those who agree to play this game, they have already lost in life. For this world, they are nothing more than a trash. And I am just killing that trash. And the rest of the people are getting entertained. What is wrong with this? On the other hand, we are showwomen outside this car, that the front man's sniper Junho and his companions had punctured the car, so that they could not follow him further. Knowing this, Gi-hun also tries to shoot the driver to get out of this car, but he found out that this whole car is bulletproof. Along with that, the driver is also wearing bulletproof clothes, and he is now stuck in this car. Seeing this, Gi-hun sat back, and now a new story began in his mind. I don't know what he thought, and he told the front man to take part in this game again, although he could not convince all of them. But now he thinks that he can go into the game and stop all the atrocities that are going to happen in this game. Now, the person who does not like this game at all played this game. It can be an amazing twist. That's why the front man enrolled him again in the game. And now, after making him faint, they took him into the Squid Game. Junho immediately, to follow them, puts trackers inside a boat. And for the same fisherman, he goes to find that island, where they are taking Gi-hun. Here Gi-hun is shown again. He wakes up on the bed of Squid Game. He has been given his old number. Here, like before, there are many more people who are confused to see each other also, confused for games. Now guards come here and start telling them the rules of the game. After telling the rules, the guards showed the history of all of them, that here only those people have come on whom there is a debt of millions. After telling all this, the guards told them that the winner will get 45.6 million yens. This game will have 6 rounds. 1 round will be played in a day. And after every game, voting will also be done, whether they want to continue this game or not. And if these people decide to stop the game, then all the players will be given the winning money divided. This was a new rule. Gi-hun found out that this is because of him. Moving forward, everyone signed the contract. Gi-hun saw almost all the rules were old. Only a few were new. After this, here, one by one, all the players' pictures were taken. Then a famous Korean rapper also came. Seeing him, everyone was surprised. They wanted to get a picture taken with him. He promised everyone that as soon as he leaves, he will give everyone a picture. Here it was seen that Gi-hun's friend was also here, and these people met after almost 3 years because of Gi-hun's disappearance. His friend was very angry with him. Then Gi-hun says to him, I will go out and tell you all the truth. You have come to the wrong place. You shouldn't have come. And now, if you love your life, then as I say, you have to do that. Well, the game was about to start and everyone came to the ground. This was an old ground. Gi-hun understood that this game is also old. The scene was cut. Now we were shown Jin-ho, he who, while tracking Gi-hun's tracker, reached the island. But here he did not find any facility in which the game is being played. While tracking the tracker, these people reached a fisherman, and it was seen that Gi-hun's tracker was lying here in the bushes. Seeing this, they started hitting the fisherman and started investigating him about this tracker. Then the fisherman replied that I got this bait for free. There in the game, Gi-hun was worried that why Jin-ho and his team did not reach to rescue all of them. Is there something wrong with his tracker, hiding from the camera when he takes out his broken tooth from his mouth? Seeing this, he was surprised that there was no tracker in it. And the game people, before coming to the game, took out his tracker tooth, and he understood that now he is in a big trouble. How could he save someone he himself cannot get out of this game? Still, he had the intention to save everyone's life. That's why he said to everyone that you all will play this game, as I will say, or else you all will be killed. Now the game had also started, Gi-hun guiding everyone with his experience. At that time, he was moving forward when the doll's mouth was behind. All the people were listening to Gi-hun, but a lot of people did not believe that Gi-hun was telling the truth. Similarly, the rapper sees fly under the ear of a girl and tells to fly it. That girl turns around and sees him and starts laughing. The doll detected her movement and shot her in the head with a sniper and got her killed. Due to this, everyone started running away in panic. Although Gi-hun was trying to stop them, whoever moved got killed. Now everyone believes that Gi-hun is right. Gi-hun now tells everyone to move in line, due to which the doll can't detect very little of their movement. Everyone panicked. To control this panic condition, the rapper takes his own drug and gets unconscious and pushes a lot of people in front of him. Due to this, the snipers shoot them and all of them get killed. After which, as soon as the doll moves back, everyone runs towards the racing line. A lot of people cross the line, but here a man asked for help from Gi-hun, whom the people here had shot at his feet to kill him, but he survived. A player named Kat and Gi-hun, by giving him support, they save him and bring him to the other side of the line. But unfortunately, a sniper shot him in the head and killed him, and this sniper was Noyul. Due to this act, all the guards were also angry. No guards shot at the head here. By shooting at the head, people's body organs were damaged quickly, which these Squid Game people had to sell. Anyway, in the next scene, Jun-ho is shown, who is now worried that where to find Gi-hun. He understood that there would be no Squid Game facility on any nearby island because the game people had sent him here. For now, these people plan to return from here because a storm is also coming in the sea. Anyway, after the scene cut, we are shown all the players again. All the players were very much worried about the death in the game. Now, as soon as the guards come to their room, everyone gets even more scared and apologizes to them and says, please spare our lives. But the guards came to tell them the new rules of the game. The guards said that out of 500, only 365 people are left after this game. He tells everyone to look up in the money box, where a lot of money had fallen. The guards say that voting will take place now, and if everyone decides to leave from here, then this money will be divided among everyone. Now the guards told them their winning amount. If that amount was divided among everyone, then each person would get very little money, and everyone's loan was more than that. That's why a lot of people decided to continue the game. Seeing everyone's decision change, Gi-hun explains to everyone that if we stay here, we will be killed anyway. Don't be greedy, vote to leave from here. Hearing this from Gi-hun, a tantric sitting behind all of them, who was also a player, says that our death will come where it is written. Don't be afraid of death. After hearing this, everyone started voting. Gi-hun was the first to move forward, and he voted to stop the game. People moved forward one by one, and a lot of people were voting not to stop the game. And seeing this, Gi-hun was in a deep pain. Finally, the voting was tied. Half of the people decided to leave, and half of the people decided to stay here. Now there was only one person whose vote had all these results, and that was Number. First now, number 1 player came forward, and he decided to stop the game here. And because of only one person, the game continued. We saw that this person is no one else but In-ho, the front man, who himself has come here as a player. For next part, please subscribe to our channel.